Hi, I'm back again. I'm Jackie, and I said to Recovery Devon that I'd do another video. So I did a previous one on ants and cats and a mini visualization to help you sort of change and interrupt those negative thoughts that come along. And I sort of don't really know how to start these videos properly, so I'm waffling. But today I thought I'd do tracks of our lives. And it's another tool that I have both used for myself and used with clients in the past, and found it quite helpful. And I like using stories to help with understanding. So the thing I'm going to get you to think about is imagine you're going on a visit to a farm and you're walking along one of those muddy farm track lanes, and you can see the great big grooves sort of down the sides where the tractor has driven day in, day out along the farm track. And basically for the farmer, what he can do now is really he doesn't even have to think about the fact that he's driving, because the grooves are so deep that the tractor can't go outside of them. And so he could actually take his hands off the steering wheel because the grooves would keep him going in that same direction and take him to his destination. Well, in a way, that's what it can be like with our thoughts. And so this really is a bit of a follow-on from the ants and cats, because we can get stuck in a rut ourselves, thinking the same thoughts every day, doing the same things, following the same routines and everything else. So now let's think about this farmer, and he's driving along the tracks, and one day he realizes that there's been a bit more rain, and there are some stones across on that bump in the middle. And they're starting to catch the underneath of the tractor, which could do it some damage. And what he needs to do is he needs to really start thinking about where he's driving, because he doesn't want to do the damage to that tractor. So what he actually needs to do is he needs to drive with one wheel on the very left-hand side and one wheel actually on that middle track. And he needs to really concentrate, because he needs to make sure he's not going down in those tracks. And so actually to start with, when he starts doing it, it takes a lot of effort. He has to put a lot of concentration to it. Actually, it's a lot of muscle use, and he's really thinking about it. And every now and again, his mind wanders and he slips back down into the ruts that were there. And he realizes, I've got to get back up, and it takes a little bit of effort, but he needs to do it if he needs to take care of this tractor. So anyway, he does this, and he perseveres, and he does it for long enough. And slowly what happens is actually the weight of the tractor on that left-hand side and the middle bit starts pushing it down and filling in the tracks that were there before. And over time, the original tracks don't exist anymore. And I suppose this story is a little bit about the thoughts that we have and the routines that we're stuck in and those repeat thoughts. So if you haven't watched the ants and cats, go back and have a look at that, and you'll see from there. What I'm meaning is that those habits and those ruts that we're in with our thoughts and our lack of confidence and self-esteem at times can be part of that. But if we make slight changes, and if we persevere, and if we pick ourselves back up when something goes back into the habit, we can actually change that landscape. We can change the tracks of our lives. We can interrupt the negative thought patterns and processes. And yes, it takes a little bit of time. And yes, it takes a bit of perseverance. And yes, there might be times when we go, oh, I'm stuck back there again. But please go and look at that little visualization on the ants and cats. And you'll see that there are some simple tools you can do to interrupt that, and actually feel proud of yourself when you interrupt a negative thought pattern that you think you might have had in the past. So the tracks of our lives, and we can take us to whichever destination we want us to go to. So anyway, that's my little share for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, do ask. And if it's on Facebook, I think you might be able to tag me at Jaki King. Feel free, or if not, maybe Em or Sammy might pass any questions on to me, and I'll happily answer them. But take care and have a great day. Look after yourselves. Bye.